Imagine a universe filled with isolated data points, planets adrift in a silent void, neurons waiting in the dark. Without a mechanism to link them, all of that raw potential remains completely inert. In the astrological tradition, that missing link is Mercury. It is the cosmic conductor, the architecture that binds isolated fragments into a coherent system. Within this framework, this archetype governs the translation of information across all scales. It maps to the physical pathways of human speech, the flow of trade, and the firing of our own nervous systems. This system operates through the observation of patterns and recurring cycles. It identifies internal psychological shifts, mapping the way we navigate the world rather than dictating a fixed outer fate. This medieval circular zodiac wheel highlights historical attempts to map a symbolic language. It is an intricate system of archetypal patterning and esoteric psychology that ancient cultures used to categorize the human experience. Today, many look to the stars, seeking predictions for tomorrow. Historically, these planetary cycles were observed as blueprints for internal behavior, helping individuals navigate the complexities of their own minds. Mercury acts as the translator, the mechanism that organizes the raw chaos of the cosmos into symbols and sensations we can finally recognize and use. This 19th century stereographic projection illustrates how early skywatchers attempted to map a vast interconnected network of information across the heavens. Symbolically, that macro-level web mirrors our internal wiring. Mercury governs the physical pathways of the human nervous system, acting as courier for every impulse. As sensory input enters, it's processed through this energetic grid until it crystallizes into coherent thought. A thought is only the first step. That internal data must eventually cross the threshold into the external world, exiting the mind as spoken language. Both language and commerce function as delivery systems for abstract value. One moves an idea through a word, the other moves labor through a currency. They are the same archetypal movement of energy from one point to another. A physical marketplace, with its bustling negotiations and shifting ledgers, is simply communication rendered in physical form. Whether a human is firing a neuron to form a sentence or closing a complex financial transaction, the messenger layer acts as the singular bridge moving energy from the formless into physical reality. The way this signal behaves is mapped through astrological aspects, geometric angles visualizing how information flows. When 3 points connect effortlessly, we see a trine. This harmonic loop represents fluent language, seamless translation, and smooth trade. The data moves without resistance. Progress often requires resistance. A square introduces a 90-degree angle of tension. It creates friction and misunderstanding, providing the necessary pressure to forge an entirely new idea. Sometimes the signal itself becomes distorted. This is the structural reality behind a planetary retrograde. During a retrograde, the outward flow of trade and language slows down. The signal folds inward, creating a natural period for internal auditing and reflection. This is where the trickster archetype emerges. External static and crossed wires force us to stop broadcasting and recalibrate our internal truth. Geometric friction and signal distortion serve a distinct purpose. They are systemic recalibrations that ensure the ultimate integrity of our communication networks. Observing these cosmic mechanics raises a practical question. How do we apply this complex map to the immediate reality of daily life? Looking at where the Mercury archetype sits in an individual's symbolic sky reveals a highly specific, personal data processing style. By identifying our own geometric tension points, we can anticipate exactly where our communication signals are most likely to distort or break down. Conversely, locating our natural points of harmony shows us where our creative translation and energetic output flow with the least resistance. Exploring these esoteric maps provides a framework for self-mastery. It allows an individual to move with intention through their own psychological seasons. It provides a tool for refining how we process, translate, and ultimately broadcast our internal reality out into the external world. Mastering the archetype of the messenger layer grants us sovereignty over a vital human capability, the way we connect, trade, and share meaning with the rest of the universe.